Hello mates and lasses, this is 155mm bringing you another video. Hey guys, what's going on? Just wanted to do a real quick video here. But because I know I want to get this stuff out there, man. There's a this stuff, man, it just needs to be put out, man. It's freaking war crimes. I mean, they've tried to cover them up. And like I said, hopefully I can get it out there, get word out, man. Let the Gulf War vets know this is what's been going on for a long time. They're trying to pass the stuff off as Gulf War syndrome, guys. It's not. It's a biological, weaponized combat anthrax attack against our troops over there. And the facility that was making it, this is what I was going to make this video about. This video is, I'm going to call this video War Crimes. Gulf War crimes in Al-Hakam, or with Al-Hakam. I'm gonna mention something, in the title about that. You guys get on the internet; it's all over the internet. Look up Al-Hakam. It's A-L space H-A-K-U-M. Just Google on it. Check it out. It's a biological chemical warfare plant production facility in Iraq. It was running from 1989 to 1996. It was one of their biggest and main biological and chemical warfare treatment or plant warfare, biological warfare and chemical production plants. Hey, get down. Get down. Hey, quick. Get up. Get off the table. Go on. Go on. Go on. Come on. Get. Look. Get down. Alright. It was one of their biggest biological and chemical weapons production plants in Iraq. It was from they were using it from 1989 to 1996. And what was I gonna say, man? I had a point I was going to bring up here. And this was the plant that they were getting the biological anthrax from. If you go and Google on it, go check it out. It tells you in the whole, when they talk about this, it tells you everything he was making in there, man. See, this is all stuff that came out that the U.S. government, man, they were like, oh no, they're gritting their teeth right now, man. Since this information came out. They're gritting their teeth right now. And it just popped up, stuff's popping up all over the web, man. And they're putting two and two together. The U.S. government was hoping that maybe the Gulf War vets will, die off sooner, when all this truth comes out, man, about what was going on over there. We'll be able to, there won't be so many people that we can, hide this from, or won't be so many people that'll bring it up. Well, no, that's not the case, man. Because this stuff happened all the way, like I said, up until the 2003 invasion. Saddam was hitting our guys with this stuff, and now they're trying to pass it off as a Gulf War syndrome. U.S. government's always trying to throw the propaganda out there to get people to point at depleted uranium, the burning oil wells, the anthrax vaccine shots, the pesticides, all this other different stuff, which I'm not going to say that those things don't cause medical problems, because we know they do. I mean, we know they do. But the main culprit is Saddam Hussein's biological, weaponized combat attacks against our troops. And that's why so many of our troops are coming back. And they got what the U.S. is now calling Gulf War syndrome. It's not Gulf War syndrome. It was an attack from Saddam. Period. I mean, all you got to do is go on the web and look. Al-Hakam. And that's another reason. And that's another reason why you see all the propaganda, man. All you hear is Gulf War I, and you see Desert Storm. You don't ever hear about Desert Fox, Northern Watch, Southern Watch. You'll never. I'm telling you, man. There's some of these operations in the Gulf War aren't even on the internet, dudes. They're not even on the internet. There's Vigilante Warrior 1, Vigilante Warrior 2. You'll never hear about them. And I'll talk about those later on. You guys are going to love this. You guys, because I know there's some guys out there who are in this. Man, it's going to get better, dude. It's going to get better. Just hang on. Just hang on. Because, like I said, I'm the first one who's ever told you about any of this stuff, too, guys. Any of this stuff. And it will spread. Trust me, it will spread. Other people are going to catch on, and these so-called experts who keep calling this Gulf War syndrome, they're going to catch on to what I'm saying. They're going to come over, they'll see this video. Hopefully, if you Gulf War vets, mirror this video wherever you want to, man. Go ahead. I don't care. Or anybody wants to put it in their favorites or whatever, put it up there. Because all I'm saying, everything I'm saying here is true, dude, and I can back it up with facts, man. Every one of us that were over there, all the Gulf War vets that were over there from 90 all the way to 2003 invasion, I guarantee you, they get back it. They know what I'm saying is true here. They know, man. There's no way that you can get so many people with the same kind of symptoms. And let me tell you, let me explain this. After the fall of 1991, there was a 60,000 increase in disabilities amongst Gulf War veterans after the fall of 1991. You know why? Because that's when Saddam Hussein was biological warfare, a combat attacking our vets over there, man. Up until Hakam got knocked out in 1996. The U.S. government found out that they had knocked Hakam in 1996. So then they went over, they shut it down. They're like, we're shutting this facility down. And then as soon as, I don't know if the government knew about the biological warfare at that time or if they didn't. To me, the way they work, I wouldn't be surprised if they did. If they did know, all the way through the 90, the early 90 to 96, I wouldn't be surprised if they did know that U.S. government, that Saddam was using biological weaponized anthrax on our troops. More than likely they did. But I'm thinking the 32nd parallel was probably something that they didn't figure that one out. They were like, man, they were like, how's this guy getting this stuff in the air and how's this guy hitting our troops, man? They couldn't figure it out. See, Saddam learned from Al-Qamishiyya that he could use the wind as transport for weapons, or for weaponized anthrax. He learned that from Al-Qamishiyya. He was smart. He was a sick war criminal, but like I said, when it comes to warfare, he was smart. And like I said, the 32nd parallel, he used those planes. He was using those MiGs, and the U.S. finally caught on after they found out Saddam had biological chemicals, or they possibly knew he had them, but they just didn't know where Saddam was making them. They shut down Al-Hakam, and then later on in 1996, they were like, that's how Saddam was hitting our guys, man. He was hitting our guys from the 32nd parallel with those MiGs. With those MiGs and those Su-22 fitters. Radio controlled, or he might have had them manned. I don't know. Suicide bombers, who knows, man. Like I said, man, you get that shot, man, you could live. This stuff, once it hits you, I mean, that anthrax vaccine is made to fight against this anthrax and to keep you alive. But like I said, that shot also has a lot to do with why the troops are so messed up. Because like I said, I was in Desert Storm campaign and I only got one shot. They only gave me one shot. I ran into another guy on here who was from Southern Watch. He got 2 shots. He only got 2 shots. There's another guy that was from Southern Watch. He got 4 to 6 shots. There was another guy that was on here from the Iraqi Freedom Campaign. He got 7 shots plus 1 booster every time he deployed. So, like right there, man. Why are they giving different amounts of inoculation to all these Gulf War vets? If you go Google on it, now go look it up, the FDA, right? They recommend the anthrax vaccine. They recommend 6 shots. They recommend that you give the soldiers 6 shots over a period of weeks. You don't give them all to them at once. You give them one, and you wait about a couple weeks. Give them another one. Wait a little bit longer. Wait. You give them another one. So it turns out to be about several months. And once a soldier deploys to the Persian Gulf, they shoot him with an anthrax shot, right? He deploys to the Persian Gulf. They're supposed to keep maintaining, keep on shooting those anthrax shots. They don't give you that. They say if they shoot you with 1 shot, you deploy to the Persian Gulf. Or say if you come back, the U.S. government just stops giving the shots to these dudes. But they're supposed to keep giving those shots. They're supposed to keep giving them until they get 6 shots in them. They don't. Go look at the FDA procedures online. They shoot you with 1 shot, man. Send you home, man. Or 2 shots. No. Well, or send you out there or whatever. And then, we forgot. Because you know why, guys? They don't care. They don't care about troops. They don't care about you. That's why I said, don't join the military, man. It's a freaking joke. Let the politicians' sons and daughters go over there, man. Let the politicians' sons and daughters go, man. Hey, quit that. God, cats. That's why I put that. That's why I put that freaking video out a while back, man. Don't join the military. I mean, you turn around, man, serve your country, and then you get duped like that, and you're supposed to be happy? I'm smiling because I'm telling on them right now. I know what's going on, man. Other people that come up here and say, oh, man, I don't believe this or I don't believe that. Well, you know what, guys? The guys who were there in the Gulf War, the first half, from 90 all the way to the 2003 invasion, they know what I'm saying is true. I guarantee you that, man. They know it. And let me see. I was talking about Hakam. Was that I want to see if I want to bring up any other point. Because I don't want to miss it. I want to get this video. Yeah, but they shut down Hakam in 96. And then after that, that's when they found out how Saddam, and like I said, Saddam had a stockpile of this biological chemical warfare. And plus he had mobile stations of biological and chemical units that he was moving around all over the desert. So he was using that biological warfare on guys all the way up to Desert Fox, the later operations or whatever in the Persian Gulf, man. I'm gonna go into this there later on, guys. You're gonna love this, man. This gonna blow the lid. This will completely blow the lid off this freaking war criminal, these war criminals in up there, man. DOD war criminals, Washington war criminals, completely blow the lid off of them, man. Yeah. They weren't ready. They weren't ready to fight a war like this, dude. They weren't equipped to fight Saddam. They weren't ready for a biological and chemical war. They weren't ready, man. The U.S. government got their A's all the way through the first part of the Gulf War, man. Saddam gave it to them, dude. He gave it to us. Like I said, I think I heard it said one time a long time ago, and I can't find it anywhere on the internet, but I believe somebody quote me if you can find this. I believe I remember Saddam, or hearing Saddam, something on the news, that Saddam said that he was going to bring the war back to America. Well, he made good on that promise, dude. He made good on that promise. So go check out those facts, man. Yeah, check out the Hakam. Check out how when the U.S. government finally pinpointed, they knew the government. I'm pretty sure the government knew that he already had biological chemical warfare, man. But they just couldn't locate exactly where it was at, man. They couldn't, they couldn't find it because he kept moving. Kept moving things, and he probably had him on some kind of blackmail man, saying that you mess with us or you do anything to us, I'm gonna blow the lid off the media. I'm gonna tell the media about you sold us this stuff, man. The U.S. government and Russia sold us this. So they probably were like, well, let's back off, man. Let's back off just as long as he don't come into Kuwait and try to come back, come in and mess with anything. We'll just sit here. We'll wait it out. He had him sweating. Pretty sure that's the way it works, man, with these politicians. Like I said, they ain't gonna send their sons and daughters over there, man. Oh no. If they sent their sons and daughters over there, we all would have got our proper vaccinations. We'd all got those 6 shots. Trust me. They'd make sure they say, "Oh, man, that's my son over there. That's my nephew. You better make sure you vaccinate that boy. Better make sure you take care of him." Those are guys. Nah, don't worry about them dudes, man. They're expendable. They're expendable, man. They probably gave vaccinations over there at the White House. They probably got monthly vaccinations, man. And they got their own form of anthrax vaccine, man. When they started sending those attacks or whatever. Well, I'm just saying, man. But and I don't involve myself in any of that kind of crap, man. I'm how do you say it? Well, like I'm looking for the word for it, man, but I'm an upstanding American, Like I said, I'll speak about the government screw-ups, but like I said, as for the government, I'll give a shit. They ain't got nothing to worry about me, man. I don't care. I don't care about those guys. In fact, let me make it clear. To me, ain't none of these politicians worth my time. They ain't worth a dime to me, guys. And you guys know how close I am to my dimes. So like I said, I'm a non-violent, upstanding citizen. Remember, guys, respectful citizens carry firearms. Criminals carry weapons. Hey, hold up, Lucy. Come here. You gotta say hi to the camera there, attack the cat. Come on. Attack the cat's in a good mood today. Look through the camera. Oh, you see the camera, and we'll have you go. Hey, quit spitting at me. All right, go ahead and go outside. Come on. All right, guys. Like I said, man, just a little bit of the truth. Respectful citizens carry firearms. Criminals carry weapons. And peace out and God bless, guys.